It is Bones. And in this one, we're going to continue my Merciless Wave from McFarlane's DC Multiverse collection. Now, I'm really excited to get through these figures, not only to build the Merciless collect to build figure, but also because there is a couple of customs that I want to work on. Starting with this Batman Who Laughs Tyrant Wings version. Now, we had already been released a Batman Who Laughs. This is the first release. We'll take a look a little bit at the comparisons between the two, and we'll check out what this one actually comes with. Of course, as always, he comes with your basic DC Multiverse black stand. Just your basic stand that they all come with. He also comes with a data file card. You have an image there on the front of one of the covers. Now, a lot of times McFarlane likes to take characters that, even if they're just on the cover, and he likes to do the figure out of them. It just depends if it looks cool or not. So sometimes they don't even necessarily have a lot to do with the comics. As long as it's an image that's been produced by DC, McFarlane will go ahead and make a figure out of it. On the back, you have some information about the Batman Who Laughs. Add this card to the collection. Now, he does come with 2 wings for accessories. Now, these are painted kind of gray, and they look pretty nicely sculpted. I'm not sure if eventually they'll end up using these for a Hawkman, but that would be pretty sweet. They do have articulation so that they could span out to a bigger wingspan, and they do fit directly into the back of the figure. There's some portholes that they clip into, but pretty basic wings. Then you also receive the parts for the Merciless figure, which would be his big sword. Some pretty cool graphics on the sword. A nice spinning hilt. I'm not too excited about the color. It's more like a kind of bronze gold color. I would have liked it more shiny metallic gold, or at least 2 tones. But this is what came. So pretty cool. You also receive the head for Merciless. Pretty nice sculpt, some wings on there. Of course, this is in a version of one of the Batmans, or Bruce Wayne is battling Ares and Wonder Woman over the power of Ares, the armor. And he ends up killing both of them, Ares and Wonder Woman, just so he could become like the all-powerful being in that universe, which is pretty crazy. But we will eventually get to build the Ares figure. You also receive, I guess, his 2 like shoulder pads or shoulder armor that will go into the Merciless figure. So that'd be pretty cool. And then we get into the actual figure. He looks pretty good. I mean, first of all, the head sculpt is really, really good. It's way more detailed, and it's just a little bit more visceral compared to the first head that we received. The first head's just your basic grin, and this one, he has that open mouth, putting some emotion into it. As you go down, there's a big difference because he does have the harness that he stole from Hawkman. So that really is given away with that big circle on the chest, the straps, and then you have like an abdominal piece. Moving down, you have the arms. Another thing different from this figure is the hand sculpt. These are like more gnarly, like gnarled hands with a little bit of claw, like fingernails, where the first one is more just like human white hands. But he does have the requisite McFarlane ball joints. You can't really see them, they're really small, which is good because it doesn't add a lot of, it's not so, it doesn't stand out as much, so it's hidden. And then he does have double jointed elbows. He does have the butterfly joint under these like shoulder pads. Pretty good articulation. Then you move down, the bottom piece, the skirt piece, is like really nicely sculpted with holes. And one thing different is that there's a lot of buckles on here that are not painted in. They're just solid black plastic. So that's one difference from the first one. Is the first one all the buckles are like painted in silver, and on this one there's a lot of buckles you could see that are not painted, but that's fine. We'll go ahead and fix that ourselves. Moving down, he has the exact same legs as the original release. He does have double jointed knees. He has foot articulation. If you move the ball peg around, you could get ankle rocker. And then of course he does have toe articulation. Now these boots underneath don't really have so much tread, but they do have like the spikes, like kind of like studded out parts that go on the perimeter of the boots. And like I said, the buckles here are not painted, and I think on the first figure, yeah, they're painted silver, and these are just left blank. So we might end up having to fix that, or let's see what happens. Coming up to the back, you have the same sculpture for those, the lower part of his duster jacket, kind of like a duster. There's more buckles here that are not painted in, so we might be getting into that. You move up, pretty nice sculpt on the straps and around the peg holes, which is where the wings will port into. Let's go ahead and do that. There's one. There's two. Pretty good, pretty easy snap in. They do like fold down. Then like I said before, you can spread them out to a pretty nice wingspan. So for a wingspan, or you could fold them down and in. Pretty sick looking figure. I mean, as he stands alone. Now I do have an extra one of these. Well, actually I have three, because I do have one already in my unopened collection, like my wall that I'm building of all these in package. And then I have an extra one because I am planning on using one of these to make a custom, which is gonna be using parts from the original release and from this second release. I'm gonna try and make like the ultimate Batman Who Laughs, and this will coincide with when I open up all the Robins, the Robin Crows. What I'm gonna try and go for is like the ultimate Batman Who Laughs, and then holding the chains with the 3 or 4 Robins. And kind of like there's like statues that they have that represent this, and that's kind of like the look I'm gonna go for. So whenever I start working on that and finish it up, I'll probably make a video on it. But like I said, I'm gonna combine these two to make like the ultimate Batman Who Laughs McFarlane figure. But I'm pretty happy with this one. I'm also gonna have one of these on the shelf, just like the way it's released without any changes. But for right now, pretty cool. Happy to get this one open and get them on the shelf so I could start working on that custom, and also so that I can move on to the infected Superman, which I'll be doing next. But anyways, guys, hope everybody's enjoying their Christmas week. I hope everybody's staying safe out there. Keep collecting. Keep your head up. And I will see you on the next one.